name is Tom. I'm a member of Narcotics Anonymous. You can't see my face because we are anonymous. And I want to tell you about NA because we're a vital community resource. So who are we? NA is a nonprofit international organization of recovering addicts. We're worldwide. We're a bunch of volunteers that we learn from each other how to live drug-free and recover. If you've considered recommending Narcotics Anonymous to anybody who has a drug problem, or you're considering it for your drug problem, you may have a few questions about our organization. So we're going to try to answer those questions in this presentation. So the first question is, why narcotics? Well, the reason is you have to go back to 1953. In that time, society used the term narcotics for all illegal substances. There wasn't a drug task force, there was the narco division. So we were termed narcotics, didn't matter what the drug was. And it still doesn't matter what the drug is. Anyone who wants to stop using drugs can become a member of Narcotics Anonymous. It's not limited to addicts of any particular drug. Anybody who feels they may have a problem with drugs, legal, illegal, including alcohol, are quite welcome in NA. Recovery focuses on the problem of addiction, not on any particular drug. So what do we provide? Meetings. There's almost 200 meetings across New Mexico, Four Corners, and El Paso. That's the local region here. Now, most of these are on Zoom right now, but if you're physical and outdoors, you can just connect electronically or walk in anonymously. We have hotlines 24/7, both statewide and local. You can find meeting information or talk peer-to-peer with another addict in recovery. There's also phone meetings. RioGrandeNA.org is our website with detailed information about all this. In addition to that, we take meetings into people who can't get out to meetings. That's recovery houses, treatment centers, jails, prisons, and we provide literature. There's NA basic text and other recovery books are for sale at cost. Information pamphlets are free, and those information pamphlets are also available for download and reprint if you would like. No worries about copyright. That's on na.org. And it's available in many different languages. We're working on one right now for the Dene language. NA meetings are the primary approach to recovery. We have a belief that the therapeutic value of one addict helping another is without parallel. Peer-to-peer. Members take part in NA meetings by talking about their experiences in recovery from drug addiction. The more experienced members support the newer members, and so on. These are informally structured. You may find one meeting a fair amount different than another, so if you don't like the first one, go to a different one. And these are led by the members who are volunteers. In many cases, that volunteer who's leading the meeting is the first time they've been given a responsibility to lead anything in a long time. So we try to help in that respect. There is no charge at all. NA meetings and other services are funded entirely by member contributions and the sale of recovery literature. That's just the books. The pamphlets are free. And like all 12-step programs, financial contribution from non-members or grants or things like that are just not accepted. So does it work? You know, everybody wants to have numbers. How well does it work and measure? Our success is measured by our rate of growth. As of 2020, we now provide 76,075 meetings worldwide. That was in January. Our growth trend is straight up. We are continuing to expand all over the world. And we do a survey every couple years. It's just a voluntary one. And a moment about that survey. We believe in an anonymous program, you can't really get good representative sample. So we went for big numbers. This survey had not quite 30,000 people respond. And we think 30,000 members isn't anywhere near our total membership. It's anywhere from a few 100,000, possibly up to 1 million. We don't know. It's an anonymous program. But out of this survey that we did take, 55% rated their first NA meeting as important or very important. And how they got to that meeting was usually another NA member, but also treatment and counseling agencies. And of course, family would. And we're hoping that some of the treatment and counseling agencies that are listening to this would like to contact us about getting an NA meeting or sending clients to an NA meeting. Because we need meetings. The members surveyed averaged more than 2 meetings a week. I go to more than that. Now, some statistics on what our makeup is. If you look at a number of surveys over time, the percentage of females in Narcotics Anonymous is going up, and our numbers are going up. And in age, often the young people don't come into NA. We get a few. We're often considered the last house on the block. Very often people will come to Narcotics Anonymous having tried a number of other things, not done well, and do well in NA. We're not perfect, but we do have a pretty good average just looking at the widespread of people that we get in. We really suggest that people become productive members of society, and most of us do. So we have around 2/3 of people are employed full-time, some are part-time, some are retired. Many are students that are going back and recreating a new life. It's important not just to get clean, but to stay clean. This is a breakdown of years drug-free from the people who responded. Average years clean is more than 10 years. I've personally been clean for over 30. Narcotics Anonymous works. Areas of improvement. We couldn't possibly fit all the areas of improvement in 1 or even 20 slides. But a few of them that we talk about is we get families back. We make social connections. We actually have some hobbies and interests that are legal. We find stable housing, we're employed, we get educated. Now, Narcotics Anonymous cooperates with professionals. What we do is we welcome your clients to meetings. We provide presentations to you and to your clients. We have printed material, audiovisual, helplines, websites, and hotlines. You can get subscriptions to NA newsletters and literature that's very useful for client introduction. There are letters like Reaching Out that is written by people in institutions, that's prisons, and it's Addicts for Addicts. All of our literature has been written by an addict. There's no professionals in it. These are people that have been there. And again, there's no charge or fee to attend recovery meetings, and we never charge for an NA presentation. The benefits to the client, the big one is to get that transition back into the community is where we lose a lot of people. So we provide support while they're in treatment and correctional facilities and when they get out. That peer-based support network is a big deal. It's very common for somebody to come in and recognize somebody that they knew from the street in a meeting. That gives them a drug-free role model reinforcement. Another big important point in people staying clean. And of course, for the professional, we have research that indicates that if they go to meetings, it improves the program retention. Recidivism goes down. That immediate access to aftercare support for free is a big deal to a lot of programs, and we're there for you. So what about medically assisted treatment or drug replacement therapy? If somebody is on one of these, we really have no opinion about it. We don't have any opinion outside it. There's many, many ways to get recovery, and we really don't care how you go about it. The people coming into our program, we do recommend complete abstinence from all substitution drugs, and we have extensive literature on this. Many, many of our members were once on methadone or Suboxone. They join NA and they get clean. Although this takes some time, they aren't clean at first, they aren't clean for a while. We support them through this process, whether those drugs were medically assisted or not. We make no differentiation. Again, NA is reaching out to professionals and organizations to let them know their clients are welcome in NA. We have a pamphlet specifically for professionals, that's Narcotics Anonymous and persons receiving medication-assisted treatment. This is information for professionals about how this all works. And it clearly states abstinence is not a prerequisite for membership. A person simply needs the desire to stop using. Our message is that an addict, any addict, can stop using, lose the desire to use, and find a new way of life. And we've been doing it for many decades. Now, let me say, NA is just one of several options available. We don't make any claims that we're better or worse, because we're not. We just wish to be considered as one of your possible resources in the war against addiction. Addiction is killing people. Use every resource you can. Now, this eye chart is a list of the resources. Meetings that are around. That's not to say you should try to read this thing. You want to go to na.org and get the latest updated information. Meetings will move around. Certainly while they're on Zoom, they change the ID once in a while. Get the most up-to-date, accurate information. And there is hotlines, and we have, this is a list that gets sent out to a lot of folks. Now here's the one you can read. Resources and contacts. There's NA World Service. Again, we're a worldwide organization, and you can go to na.org and get tremendous amounts of information, and it's all free. If you go to riograndena.org, you get the events and meeting schedules that are in your local area and around the region. There's various public relations information at that PO box. And we have 24/7 hotlines. These are the numbers that are there. And of course, you can email me. And again, those hotlines are staffed by addicts that have been there, and they're there to help. We really want to be of help. We we have all kinds of NA literature that we hope you can use. And again, these resources and contacts, because people are dying out there, and we're here to help you. Thanks.